Biker ripped the waitress's shirt. What he saw froze the whole bar. It was just another Friday night at the Rusty Spur, a rowdy, smoke-filled biker bar tucked off the forgotten stretch of Route 66, where the jukebox only played outlaw country. The whiskey flowed cheaper than water, and respect was earned with fists, not words. Neon beer signs buzzed like angry hornets. Pool balls cracked like gunshots. Laughter boomed. Bottles clinked, until one reckless, drunken act turned the whole room to ice. Her name was Lily, 24 years old, auburn hair tied back in a messy ponytail, freckles dusted across her nose, eyes that held both kindness and quiet steel. She wore faded blue jeans, scuffed work boots, and a plain white button-up shirt, sleeves rolled to her elbows, collar slightly frayed. Nothing flashy, nothing provocative, just a girl trying to make rent, pay off student loans, and survive the graveyard shift in a place most sane people avoided after dark. But Lily wasn't who she seemed. Close up on Lily's hands, steady, quick, placing drinks with practiced ease. She smiles politely at a table of regulars. One winks. She doesn't react. She'd been working at the Rusty Spur for 6 weeks, long enough to memorize every regular's drink, long enough to learn who tipped well, who pinched waitresses, who carried knives in their boots, long enough to earn their trust, or at least their indifference. And that was the point. A massive figure slouched there, tattoos snaking up thick forearms, beard braided with leather, eyes like cracked asphalt. His name, let's call him Tank. Tank, real name Terrence Kellerman, 6'4", 280 pounds of muscle, ego, and bad decisions. Ex-con, bouncer for hire, alleged enforcer for the Iron Skulls MC, a club under heavy investigation for weapons trafficking, meth distribution, and worse. He'd been eyeballing Lily all night, not with lust, with ownership, the way a wolf eyes a rabbit before the pounce. Tank slams his beer bottle on the table, shouts for another. Lily approaches, tray in hand. He grabs her wrist as she sets down his drink. Tank, that ain't polite. I'm just doing my job, sir. Can I get you anything else? Tank, grinning, grip tightening. Yeah, you. On my lap. Bar laughs nervously. A few whistles. Lily doesn't flinch, doesn't smile, just gently pulls her wrist free. Lily, I'll bring your check. She turns to walk away. Tank stands, chair screeching. He grabs the back of her shirt. The room quiets slightly. This ain't new, but tonight's different. In one drunken, arrogant motion, fueled by cheap whiskey and unchecked power, Tank yanked backward, hard. The top 2 buttons of Lily's white shirt popped like firecrackers. The fabric tore clean down the front, from collarbone to ribcage. The rip echoes like thunder in a silent canyon. All bar noise, music, chatter, clinking glasses, cuts dead. Even the jukebox seems to pause. And what everyone saw made every biker, every drunk, every tough guy in that bar freeze. Beneath the white cotton was thick matte black Kevlar, military-grade body armor, and pinned dead center, a gleaming silver sheriff's badge, County of Redwood. Below it, blinking steadily like a heartbeat, a small red LED light, a body cam, recording, every second, close-up on Tank's face. His drunken smirk evaporates, eyes widen, lips part, blood drains from his face. He stumbles back like he's been electrocuted. He didn't see a helpless waitress. He saw a trap, a live wire, a ticking bomb he'd just set off with his own hands. Pan across the bar. Bikers stand frozen mid-laugh. Pool cue hovering mid-shot. A woman drops her cigarette. No one moves to pick it up. Silence so thick you could choke on it. The room didn't just go quiet. It went tomb cold. Every pair of eyes locked onto that badge, that blinking light, that Kevlar vest. The realization hit like a sledgehammer. They'd all been played, watched, recorded, for weeks. Lily doesn't scream, doesn't cry, doesn't run. She calmly crosses her arms over her chest, not to cover herself, but to emphasize the badge. Her voice, ice, steel, authority. Terrence Tank Kellerman, you are under arrest for assault, destruction of property, and obstruction of justice. Place your hands behind your head, now. Tank roars, not in anger, but in primal panic. He lunges, not at Lily, but for the front door. He knocks over a table, beer bottles shatter, chairs fly. He thought he could run, thought he could disappear into the desert night. Thought wrong. Sirens wail, not distant, right outside. Flashing red and blue lights flood through the bar's grimy windows, painting the frozen patrons in alternating pulses of doom. The front doors burst open. Not one, not two, 5 armored cruisers, tactical units, shotguns, radios crackling, boots stomping in unison. Sheriff's deputies flood in. Hands up, get on the ground. Bikers comply instantly. No resistance. Tank is tackled mid-stride. Face smashes into peanut shells and spilled beer. Handcuffs click. Cold final. 22 arrests that night. Not just Tank. The club president, the treasurer, the patch holder, who ran guns out of the back garage, meth cookers, stolen bike fences, every dirty secret whispered in shadowy booths, captured, cataloged, condemned, now in full deputy uniform, adjusting her cap, standing tall beside the sheriff. She watches as Tank is dragged out, screaming curses that no one hears anymore. Turns out, Lily wasn't saving up for nursing school. She was Deputy Lily Carter, Redwood County Sheriff's Office, Special Investigations Unit, undercover for 3 months. Her mission, infiltrate the Iron Skulls, gather evidence, bring down their entire operation. And Tank, he didn't just give her probable cause. He handed her a signed confession on a silver platter, Lily taking orders while memorizing license plates. Lily accidentally dropping a tray to get close to a duffel bag, later found to contain unregistered AR-15s. Lily laughing at crude jokes while mentally logging threats and transactions. She wore that white shirt every shift, not because it was easy to clean, because it was easy to rip, and because beneath it, she carried the law, literally. Headlines flash. Undercover hero brings down notorious biker gang. Body cam footage goes viral. Assailant arrested in minutes. Mugshots. Press conferences. Lily in uniform receiving a Medal of Valor from the governor. Tank got 15 years, no parole. The Iron Skulls, disbanded. Their clubhouse, bulldozed. The Rusty Spur, shut down by court order. Its owner, facing 20 counts of conspiracy. And Lily, promoted, transferred, now training other undercover operatives. Lily, off duty, sitting on a porch swing at sunset, sipping coffee. No vest, no badge, just peace. But here's what the news didn't show. What the headlines skipped. What the viral videos missed. That night, it wasn't just about justice. It was about survival. About walking into a den of wolves every night, smiling while they sized you up, laughed at you, touched you, all while knowing one wrong move, one slip of the tongue, one moment of weakness, and you'd never walk out. She didn't wear that vest just for evidence. She wore it because she knew, sooner or later, someone like Tank would try something, and when they did, she'd be ready. Lily, alone in her tiny apartment, strapping on the Kevlar vest before her shift, hands trembling slightly. She takes a deep breath, looks in the mirror, nods, walks out. She didn't want to be a hero. She wanted to be safe. She wanted to make a difference. And she did, not with a gun, not with a badge flashing, but with patience, with courage, with a ripped white shirt and a blinking red light. The girl serving your drinks might be gathering intel. The quiet guy in the corner might be wired. The world is full of wolves in sheep's clothing, and sheep in wolves' territory. Tank thought he was untouchable, thought the rules didn't apply, thought women were objects. He learned, in the most public, humiliating, life-altering way possible, that karma doesn't need to be patient. Sometimes, it's wearing a body cam and waiting for you to make the first move. No job is beneath dignity. No uniform defines worth. Lily wore jeans and a white shirt, and carried more authority in her little finger than Tank did in his entire gang. Respect people, all people. You never know who's watching, who's recording, who's about to change your life. With a single rip, real Deputy Lily Carter, face blurred for privacy, standing beside her sheriff, holding her commendation plaque. Caption, based on true events, names and locations changed for safety and privacy. This story, it's real. The Iron Skulls, based on an actual MC dismantled in Arizona in 2021. The body cam, standard issue for undercover narcotics units. The ripped shirt, a calculated risk that paid off, in freedom for a community, and prison for predators. If you're watching this and you've ever felt small, invisible, powerless, remember Lily. Remember that strength isn't always loud. Courage isn't always armed. Sometimes it's wearing a white shirt in a biker bar, smiling through fear, waiting for the right moment. And when it comes, standing tall, badge gleaming, camera rolling and saying, "You're under arrest." Lily walking away from the Rusty Spur as it's boarded up. Sunrise over the desert. Sheriff's cruiser driving into the horizon. Stay sharp, stay kind. And remember, Sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one serving your beer. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more stories.